You know that feeling when you see ChatGPT write better than most humans, AI diagnose diseases more accurately than doctors, algorithms trade stocks faster than any human ever could. And then you get up the next day and commute to work anyway. Something about that doesn't add up. We're all living inside a strange contradiction. The machines are getting better at everything we were told makes us valuable. Yet we still perform the rituals, the resume updates, the LinkedIn optimization, the earning a living. But what if the problem isn't the jobs disappearing? What if the problem is the phrase itself? Let's look at what earning a living actually assumes. Your labor has scarcity value. Contribution, compensation, proportionally. Access to survival should depend on work. This arrangement is not just economically necessary, but morally right. Each assumption seemed obvious in a world of genuine scarcity. But AI is systematically dismantling every single one. And when they collapse, what's left is uncomfortable. First shock, most scarce human skills aren't actually that scarce anymore. Legal research, AI. Medical diagnosis, AI. Financial analysis, AI. Content creation, you're reading AI-augmented writing right now. Strategic planning, AI. But here's the deeper realization. Much of what we call work was never about scarcity in the first place. A huge percentage of modern jobs exist, not because they create genuine value, but because our economic system requires people to have jobs to justify their access to resources. Think about your last week. How many hours involved tasks that actually needed to be done? How many meetings could have been emails? How many emails could have been nothing? How many layers of management exist to manage other layers of management? AI is making this distinction impossible to ignore. Second shock. The whole valuable contributions get rewarded proportionally thing. It was always a lie. Teachers shape minds, can't afford rent. Nurses save lives, burn out for modest pay. Social workers hold communities together, earn less than marketing executives who design better ways to manipulate people into buying things they don't need. Meanwhile, some of the highest paid jobs are what anthropologist David Graeber called bullshit jobs. And here's what AI reveals. As machines handle routine cognitive tasks, the most valuable human contributions going forward will be things that can't be easily measured or monetized. Wisdom, care, presence, community building, meaning-making, ethical judgment. These are precisely the contributions our current economic system undervalues or ignores entirely. The system isn't broken. It's working exactly as designed. And that design is starting to look like a control mechanism. Step back. Look at earning a living from a systems perspective. It doesn't function like a fair exchange. It functions like a sophisticated control mechanism. It creates dependency. You need a job for healthcare, housing, social recognition. You're dependent on institutional approval for survival. Employers have enormous leverage over your choices. It replaces identity. What do? Becomes who are you? Your worth, your economic productivity, not your inherent humanity. It distorts reality. We're taught work is inherently meaningful, that finding your passion in paid employment is the path to fulfillment. This narrative makes exploitation feel voluntary and natural, rather than constructed and optional. It prevents questioning. Try imagining alternatives. Watch the thought-stopping phrases appear. That's just how the economy works. People need to earn their keep. There's no such thing as a free lunch. Work gives life meaning. This isn't a conspiracy. It's an emergent system that benefits those who control access to resources while maintaining the illusion that the arrangement serves everyone's interests. AI is cracking the illusion. If machines can optimize better than humans in virtually every measurable domain, what exactly is uniquely human value? Speed? No. Accuracy? No. Consistency? No. Scale? No. Even creativity as novelty? Increasingly, no. Here's what emerges when you strip away the competition with machines. Human value might reside precisely in the qualities that can't be optimized. Embodied presence, emotional authenticity, moral agency, creative spontaneity, even from lived experience, genuine interpersonal connection. These aren't things you earn through effort. They're things you are through being human. They can't be measured by productivity metrics or compensated through salary structures because they exist in the realm of meaning and relationship, not output and efficiency. How this unfolds depends on how we resolve the tension between AI capability and human value. Society creates artificial jobs to maintain the earning framework, universal basic jobs instead of universal basic income. bureaucratic busy work designed to preserve the psychological functions of employment while adding zero real value. It's the dystopia where we maintain a broken system because we're too scared to imagine alternatives. We abandon earning entirely. AI handles production. Humans receive unconditional access to resources. We're free to pursue meaning, creativity, relationships without the mediation of employment. The challenge: overcoming centuries of conditioning that ties worth to productivity. Humans and AI develop complementary roles. Human value tagged to providing what enhances AI: context, judgment, creativity, ethical reasoning, emotional intelligence. Risk: creating new inequality between humans who can collaborate with AI and those who cannot. The biggest obstacle isn't technological. It's psychological. We've organized entire societies around the idea that people must earn their right to exist through productive labor. 3 questions we can't avoid. Dignity. How do we maintain human dignity when traditional earning becomes obsolete? Distribution. If AI produces abundance, who controls it? Meaning, if we don't work for survival, what motivates us? Whatever future emerges, we need new frameworks. From production, curation. When AI generates infinite content, human value, selecting, contextualizing, creating meaning from abundance. From efficiency, authenticity. When machines handle optimization, human value, genuine self-expression, authentic relationships, meaningful experiences. From competition, care. When basic needs are abundant, human value, care, support, wisdom sharing, community building. What was the earning framework actually accomplishing? If it's social coordination, we can design better systems. If it's meaning, we need to rediscover meaning that doesn't depend on economic productivity. If it's status, we need new ways to acknowledge human value. The radical possibility: earning a living was always a temporary solution to resource scarcity, and AI is creating conditions where we can move beyond it entirely. The most important question: what would humans choose to do if survival was guaranteed and contribution was voluntary? Art, philosophy, relationships, community, consciousness exploration, adventure, or would we become lazy and purposeless? The answer depends on how we structure the transition. Remove work without replacing it with meaning, GHE's aimlessness, but thoughtfully design systems that support human flourishing. We might discover capabilities the current economic system has never allowed us to explore. We're at a historical inflection point. The phrase "earning a living" might soon sound as archaic as divine right of kings, a relic of a time when we hadn't figured out better ways to organize human cooperation. The transition won't be easy. It requires questioning assumptions that feel as natural as breathing, designing new institutions from scratch, trusting humans can find purpose beyond paid employment. But the alternative, maintaining artificial scarcity and meaningless work in an age of potential abundance, seems far worse than the challenge of learning to be human in entirely new ways. The age of earning a living is ending. The age of living a life might just be beginning. The only question is, which future will we choose?